Well, hello, my beautiful people. My name is Gan. Welcome back to Lucid9. Last time, we finished, the yellow sample, Akira's, future or whatever. And, man, they did Yama dirty. Man, he took the blame for, Ruri's murder and shit. And I'm like, wow. And then after that, I made a weird analogy, how that cliffhanger was like, I was about to come, then you just kept my dick off. And I'm like, what? Man, I just saw that when I was editing it yesterday, and I'm like, what did I say? Alrighty, so right now we're gonna take the black sample, so let us continue. Alrighty. Patient who takes the black sample often experience dreams in which they are successful. Success comes in many shapes and forms: money, fame, power, or a combination of the three. They become people who are in full control of their lives, loved by family, friends, and strangers alike. A perfect life a perfect life in the most conventional of terms. I bet even you have dreamt of being like those starry-eyed celebrities you always seen on TV. Would you like to take the black sample? Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Then here you go. I'm getting tired. Are you feeling drowsy already? Good. Then don't mind me and close your eyes. May you have a pleasant sleep, patient 5324895 634, or whatever the fuck I want to call you. I could literally put your name as Paul right now on my on my fucking clipboard, and it will be the same fucking shit. I'm tired. I wonder what I'll dream about, guys. Where the fuck am I? What the fuck? I just see this suffering from destiny. I don't know what the fuck that says. Okay, let's continue. I worked my way through the sprawling halls of our headquarters. The hospital is a flurry of activities as usual. Familiar faces beckon, but all of the things I like to do is check up on can wait. And I passed them with just a nod and a smile. Right now, I have more pressing business to attend to. When I exit the building, I'm greeted by the warmth of a summer sun. It's a lovely day, and it seems like most of the people in District 2 are taking the opportunity to enjoy it. This job, though, requires constantly looking ahead to ensure the future arrives as smoothly as possible. I check the clock on my phone for what must have been the 10th time as I cross the plaza. I'm still 5 minutes early. Ooh. The pattern notifications has been building up, but a meeting with the mayor's daughter means no distractions. She has quite a reputation as a shrewd negotiator, and I'm about to see whether she earned it. Okay. The restaurant swings into view as I turn a corner. Sitting at the table I reserved is a young man with blonde hair. I'm worried for a moment that the staff brought her to the wrong table, wasting the trouble of the bug I prepared beneath it, but it's more likely that she just sent an assistant instead. Unfortunately, but given her reluctances, a public meeting might have been too much to hope for. As I near the table, the young man turns my way and meets the eyes of just about the last Lemonscape member I expect to see here. It's Yahiko! Yahiko, brimming with his standard enthusiasm, beckons to the open sea across from him. You're just in time for the greatest business meeting ever! I can only muster a confused smile in return. It's nice to see him, but it's completely thrown off my expectations for this meeting. Dude, look at Yahiko, he looks dope, I'm not gonna lie, this boy, he grew, and it's like, damn. Puberty hit him well. Okay, let's continue. He's really fallen off the radar since Governor Maker ended, and I thought he was out of favor with the executives. And to be honest, Yahiko isn't the sort of person I would pick for business negotiations. Oh, Misagi, I knew I wouldn't mistake your face.
Please, it hasn't been that long, though I suppose I did cut my hair.
Hair length doesn't matter. A girl will always look beautiful in my eyes.
I've seen he hasn't changed a bit for better or worse.
So, how have you been? Dude, I wanted to see Masato. Like in the last video when, what was it? Akira's like,
Masato goes here to this university.
It's like, can we see him? And it's like, nope. But it's a good thing we saw fucking Yahiko, you know? So, how has it been? Because I forgot how to do, I really forgot how to do Yahiko's voice. I didn't expect to, like, you know, get that down to a T today.
I've been great. What a surprise too. What are you doing? Yahiko, after completing his greeting, starts waving at no one in particular.
Saying hello to your paparazzi. You think they'll think this is a date?
That would seem more likely than a business meeting.
Well, I could certainly make the time for both.
I'm pretty booked. Let's keep to business, okay?
Sure.
He adopts a serious expression and proceeds to mostly ruin the effect by taking a large swig of lemonade. So, something comes up and Miss Inori entrusted you to represent her, I assume?
Yep. She gave me a few tips and even complimented my eyes.
That doesn't sound like what I've heard of her at all. She did?
Yeah, she did. What was it? My particular brand of wide-eye innocence could come in handy.
That's closer to what I had expected.
Oh, and she made me memorize a list of the important things to say. But don't worry, this isn't one of them.
Interesting. So she scripted up some strategies, and Yahiko's going out of his way to warn me. Sounds like I should be on my guard. Understandable. And I take it you found the place easily, though?
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. I'm trying my hard to, like, do his voice, but, I really don't remember it. Like, every time I'm, like, doing this voice, every time I do it, I'm like, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. So, maybe you could put that in the comments, like, I'm either doing it right, or maybe it should be, like, a little bit higher and a little bit more annoying. Or maybe a little bit more lower. I don't remember. Yeah, she said I should get early because there might be bugs under the table. Bugs are nasty. All I found was this weird thing, but I smashed it just in case.
I can't help but wince at the sight of the recording device crushed remains. I'm forced to remind myself that Yahiko is actually competent, even if it sometimes seems accidental. Can I take anything he says at face value? Or has he spent these last few years crafting a perfect mask? He wouldn't be the only one.
Like, hi, but what? Fuck, it's a waitress song.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. Would you like anything to drink, Miss Kazihara? The waitress materialized beside me, startling me out of my thoughts. I hastily point to a fruit juice cocktail special on the menu. Just this will be fine, thanks. Perfect! As he swoops away, Yahiko slurps loudly on his own drink.
I thought about that one, but it had too many things in it. Lemonade is pure and yellow, so it matches my style.
I sniffle a chuckle. That's taking fashion sense to an entirely new level. You're about the least sour person I know, though.
So it balances.
Ignoring his inconsistent logic, I decide to get to the point of the meeting. I trust your employer briefed you on the subject of this meeting before sending you out as a replacement. even if it is Yahiko, I have to think of him first as a Lemon representative. And that means it's best to let him say what he thinks this is all about. The email exchange was pretty much a pile of professional jargon, and if the mayor's daughter had to rely on it out to him, it might prove some insight.
You wanted to give us... You want us to give you more money, so that you can host a bigger party.
He's awfully blunt, but I guess it's my job to put it more tactfully. We think it would be mutual beneficial for Lemonscape to become a primary sponsor of our annual gala, rather than a secondary sponsor. Above all else, I want a closer partnership. Our city is divided when it's most needed. It most needs to be.
Fuck.
Our city is divided when it is.
Fuck, man. I can't speak today. I'm sorry. Like, damn.
Our city is divided when it most needs to be united, and we should work together to bridge the gap. There's no obvious angle of attack here, so it's worth trying a few things. Try and get to the large picture for one, and if you agree, I'll be happy to meet up again to work out any remaining details. I might even let you call it a date. For a moment, Yahiko's deep blue eyes seems to reflect an ocean of inner turmoil.
As lovely as that sounds, I think my bosses might insist on ironing out the details themselves. And if we're sticking to business, it's probably best to discuss that separately anyway. Personally, I'm all in favor of a big party. Parties are fun, and that gala? Double the fun. Or at least it was last year.
Oh, so you were there?
There's no way the great Yahiko Ikari would miss the biggest event in Isamu, not in a million years. And also, because of my parents. Anyway, I'll be happy to give some suggestions. But all this talk about partnership feels hollow if it has to be tied to more money, don't you think? I mean, we're already sponsors. Why isn't that enough?
He might be better at this than I realize. Standard negotiation. Then we'll start with the high road. Increasing your commitment as our primary sponsor would only be fitting given your status as the leading tech company of Isamu. In the time since Lemonscape became a secondary sponsor, several other companies have made comparable contributions. If your competitors were featured equally in event marketing and promotional If your fucking competitors were
I don't know what it is, guys. I just can't read today. So bear with me. But like, I'm trying my best. Like, literally, I could read this like, if your competitors were featured equally in an event.
No, but I wanna, spice things up. Bring it to you spicy, not mild. If your competitors were featured equally in event marketing and promotional materials, it could easily be interpreted as a threat to Lemonscape's dominance. It could also be taken as a sign that Lemonscape cares less about the citizens of Isamu than other companies, which is, I believe, a perception you've recently been looking to change. He ponders this for a moment, expressionless. It's not a great upsell, and we both know it. But it is a decent argument. They were the ones of the first companies to sponsor the annual Way Forward Gala. Then, we signed equal sponsorship deals with a bunch of their smaller rivals. I can take some credit there. It means they look like one amongst many, instead of the industrial leaders they are. Then again, this is Lemonscape. Everyone knows who they are, so they probably don't care that too much.
Lemonscape is already the technological leader of Isamu, thanks to our commitment to quality. We don't need to buy our reputation.
The implicate insult hangs ominously over the table. Well then, we'll just have to do this the hard way. I glance to confirm that our table is still out of earshot and take the plunge. Interesting that you mention your reputation. It's true that your products and manufacturing processes are highly regardable. So it was surprising to learn that your factory workers are currently being exposed to a number of hazardous chemicals.
Seriously?
Finally, a helpful reaction. Now, if we had a close enough business partnership, we could work together to resolve this matter without any fuss. Otherwise, we'll be obliged to make the public aware of the issue.
Honestly, that doesn't sound too good. For you, I mean. In fact, the mood has Yahiko Kari's very own not recommended seal. What?
And why is that?
So sometimes, when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I like to treat myself to one of my Casanova smiles, you know? One of these. Okay. And then, I'm struck by how handsome I am. It's like the mirror knows and tries to make me look twice as good as usual. One time, I even passed out from shock. The house was in an uproar.
And you're telling me this because...
Because right now, you're me, and Lemonskate's the mirror. So maybe you should smile. You shouldn't smile too beautifully.
I raise an eyebrow. The threat behind the grin is clear. If we hit, then they'll retaliate with twice the force. You don't really think revealing anything about Way Forward would work to your benefit, do you? You know how public sentiment is. It would look petty to attack a health organization. I'm not sure what his plans is. If Lemonskates make a public accusation against Way Forward, the public perception would be terrible. Even if they do have the media under their thumb, they're hardly in a place to be throwing stones. Technology is nice and all, but saving lives is better. We work hard for our public image, and this is a time when it comes in handy. Still, his deep blue eyes maintain their even glance.
You're right. There's really nothing to gain by attacking Way Forward. But for someone talking about secrets, I heard you have an awful lot of them.
Suddenly, my stomach flutters. The biting line has the air of a well-prepared counter-argument, but what could Lemonskate know? Truth, there were plenty of details about my past. Hell, even a few about my present that could put a dent in my reputation. But I've been careful. My mother has been careful.
By the way, did you hear?
Hear about what?
About my favorite minion, of course. He's being released today. Yama.
Yama?
I didn't even think it was gonna pop out saying Yama.
Yama? Today? No, I need to get my brain back to business. Now isn't the time for this. I quickly return my face to a more neutral expression, slightly surprised, slightly worried. But Yahiko doesn't miss the initial impact of his words. Oh, after only 3 years? That's a bit shocking, but given the charges to the Justice Department, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Let's see how just confident he is about whether he's going with this. Wait, let's just see how confident he is about whether he's going with this.
That's a bit cold. He was my minion, remember? Our friend.
And so was Ruri.
Right. I'm sorry. That was a terrible day for all of us. But especially for you, right? I mean, I can't even imagine it. You must have had it worse than anyone else, since you were the last person to see him and all. Wait, what? Oh yeah, because I didn't do the... Damn it. When I finish this, I gotta go back to, like, show all of their reactions, you know? Fuck, I gotta go back. I'll call that Lucid9 filler episodes, because, you know, that's not my canon playthrough.
I feel the blood draining from my face. How could he know that? For 3 years, no one had mentioned that meeting by the river. I had assumed that anyone who had seen us hadn't recognized us. So why? Why now? Why him?
It would be pretty bad if the media learned about that. There were a bunch of crazy theories that got started back then. With all of that, they might even start to believe that you were involved in what happened. But then again, if they could hear a recording of your conversation, they know that everything was okay. Unless you said anything weird to him that'd be bad. You didn't do that, right?
That's why I love you. I love you, Yama, but not in that way. I feel a flood of emotion rising within me. I grip the edge of the table, warding off the tears. Control. Maintain the mask. Everything is fine. Right. He said he was moving back to settle. So, he knows the attack, but not the full story. That's good at least. He's just a messenger. So, we were just saying our farewells.
I guess that sort of worked out then, didn't it? I knew you weren't the type to say things you shouldn't.
He looks almost apologetic, as if he realized his planned reposite has become more of a coup de grace. I appreciate the vote of confidence. It's been a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Ikari. He perks back up, realizing he navigated the meeting successfully and downs the last of his lemonade. Likewise,
Likewise, Miss Kazihara. Happy to discuss possibilities, and I'm glad we agreed that a secondary sponsor for the gala is the best decision for the both of us. Haha, that was a mouthful.
Certainly. I stand and extend a hand, which he shakes. Smiling one final grin, he steps away from the table and turns back with a caution expression.
If you ever want to talk or anything, I'll be happy to set up a date.
I smile in some combination of gratitude and relief. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
And also, I'm sorry about all of this. Really, I am. And he walks away.
And then he's gone, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I settled the bill absentmindedly, mulling over the outcome and news from the meeting. I failed to secure the additional funding, wasted precious intel, and lied to an old friend. But there was also the matter of Yama. I've been trying not to think about him. So much has ended on that summer day 3 years ago, and the year after that had nearly destroyed me. You could also say I nearly destroyed myself. I tried to shift my focus to the next order of business, but the memories of that time rise impatiently. My first instinct, as usual, is to block them out, to deny the darkness to a foothold, but sometimes they just end up making things worse. I learned that back then. Satomi, I recall talking just a little at first a pill or one drink in the evening, just to make it through, to keep myself together, to not think about any of it too much. Some of it had worked for a while, but never as well as I wanted it to.
Fucking Satomi, so hold on.
Misaki, how was the meeting? In that darkest time, she had sought me out. She was there for me when I had lost everyone else. When my sorrow nearly drowned me, she pulled me from the wreckage and steadied my course. No, Dice, I'm sorry. I had been nearly dead when she had found me, sprawled on the floor, drifting in and out of consciousness. Probably had been like that for days. I'm not sure what I took. That was expensive intel. Don't tell me you wasted it. She's given me a second chance. She recruited me to this position, allowing me to become one of Wave 4's leading representatives a pretty face, and a suave strategist. She knew who I could be, and she knew how much I owed her for the opportunity. That part went fine, just a little. They just had it better. That part went fine, they just had better. I paused. It's awkward to admit that none too pristine past is accompanying vulnerability. They had dirt on me. Nothing recent, don't worry. It was from 3 years ago. 3 years ago? What does any of that matter now? The day the Hayatas were killed. I paused again, considering my vague phrasing. I never believed the official's account, of course. I couldn't risk breaking myself any further, but I wasn't sure how my mother felt about it. Too late now. I met up with Yama that morning. It turned out someone saw us. Silence, I forged on. Apparently, he's being released today. There's a note of excitement in my voice, which I know is dumb. I probably won't even be able to see him, considering his reputation. But just the knowledge that he'll be out, able to live a normal life again, means I'm not as disappointed as I probably should be. There's plenty of coverage, you know how it is. And if the media gets a news angle, it's unfortunate, but there's nothing to be done about it. Just a stroke of bad luck. And Nori is a tricky one, no doubt. She pauses. You really were good friends with them, weren't you? With him and with Rui. This wasn't where I expected this conversation to go. Even when she was rescuing me from my lowest point, she didn't talk about the past. And why we had barely seen each other for years before then. Yeah, it was. And when we moved, I took you away from them. Better not to question it. I let her say her piece. Maybe she has a change of heart. Maybe it's been weighing on her all these years. Or maybe it's a new form of manipulation. I bet you hated me for that. Not just for that. But I want you to know, I want you to understand that I did what I had to do. But I swear I sensed some genuine emotion in her voice. I did what I had to do. For you. For us. Mom, it's alright. Honestly, it probably never will be. I still couldn't fully believe that she cared about me as a person, not just as a company asset. But I could hope that things were changing for the better. Right, I just wanted to be clear. Now for tonight's interview, be sure to mention the new equipment will be premiering at the gala. And just like that, everything's back to normal. Well, almost everything. Tomorrow's a good interviewer, so just drop it in, and she'll probably lead you to give the full explanation. The annual gala was a massive fundraiser in the guise of a massive party. It did serve some actual purposes, though. One of those was to show off whatever medical equipment our engineering department has been working on, which was usually some new style of x-ray or brain scan, or a way to test for some new disease. Most of the time, they weren't ready to use, but they were ready to buy. So they just a place of horror, honor, in the main hall, and sit there looking pretty. So they just occupy a place of honor in the main hall and just sit there looking pretty.
Why can't I read that? What the fuck?
And be sure your rapport is good. Your last interview felt stilt. Yeah, well, hopefully tomorrow's not a total creep like the last guy. How do you even become an interviewer when you can barely hold a conversation with someone attractive? If that's what it was, I trust you'll be fine this time. Better than fine. Good. We'll talk tomorrow then. Bye, Mom. She ended the call and I stared at my phone for a second, then at the table. I still have time. A half an hour of this mock trial. And there's one more piece of business I must attend to. Vital important business.
Who the fuck is Emmy?
Emmy.
Is that a guy's name or a girl's name? I don't know. You know what? I want to do this voice. So, I'm gonna just do this voice for fucking Emmy.
Emmy? Hey, Emmy! Emmy! Don't act like you're busy. You're not. Nothing in your life is more important than me. My master of media. Warden of the web. President of Patter. Minister of memes. Czar of
Trends.
Fuck, I can't say it in this voice. Czar of trends. Okay, seriously, where are you? Are you dead? Maimed? You better not be asleep. This is not acceptable time for sleep. Actually, she might be in a club meeting or a choir practice or something, which would be a perfectly valid excuse. But I can use a moment of distraction right now.
Oh god, Miki, calm yourself. I was in the bathroom.
Doing what? What took you so long?
I was using the bathroom for its intended purpose.
Taking a bath?
What? No.
It's not called the shit room now, is it?
Okay. Look, the important thing is I'm human, alright?
What, really? I thought I got the AI model. I have to upgrade, sorry. I need 100% availability.
Well, I guess I'm out of the job then.
That is so sad.
Fuck.
Alicia, play Despacito too.
Fuck, man. Despacito. Fucking, I love Despacito.
Despacito too. She's playing you.
That's really too bad, because I have some interesting updates for you today.
I could find it all out myself. It just takes time and effort. And okay. You got one more chance.
How benevolent.
I'll try.
Okay, I've been running the analysis on your last set of pats.
Not interesting yet, Amy.
The black dress is definitely a winner. Those pictures are getting significantly more attention than the others.
Top tier?
Just outside, I think.
Dang! I think it could be. Maybe with the right jewelry.
There's a good new meme floating around. You take a company name and change it somehow, and then you say, work for whatever changed company because of some reasons related to the change you made.
But like, ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I think someone did it seriously. And everything else is a parody.
I like it. I work for way backwards because I respect the past. I work for way five word because it's one better than forward.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, not bad, but that still doesn't count as interesting.
I'm getting to that. Save it for last, because it's the main course.
What about dessert? Shouldn't memes be dessert?
Okay, fine. You had your dessert early then. Congratulations. There's a hashtag that's been trending. One I haven't seen in a long time. Okay, a few I guess, but they're all related. There's one main one though.
With what I heard earlier, there's only one direction this could be going. There's no escaping it, is there? Wait.
What?
It's Yama X Miki, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Yama X Miki.
He's being released like right now apparently. His past skyrocketed in tension again. Not to mention the commercial the two of you shot.
Is it bad?
Mostly fans at this point. You'll have to deal with it soon though.
Safe to shoot it down gently.
Should be. It's mostly curious for now.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to continue attention on that. I have an interview tonight. Should be able to do something about it there. Thanks, Amy.
No problem. It's why I'm here. But Miki.
Yeah?
Do you want to see him? You do want to see him, don't you?
Doesn't matter. Can't happen. Not right now. But maybe. Maybe starting looking at whether there's a good way we could spin that. At some point.
Okay. I'll find it. I'll follow it under codename Project Sweet Potatoes.
Amy.
You're welcome.
Talk to you later. And there. Business taken care of. Didn't expect there would be that many fans still...
Fuck.
Didn't expect that there would be that many fans still intent of pairing Yama and me. I thought I'd gone through every high-profile relationship for most of them to have forgotten. Of course, those relationships usually had ended decisively and badly, but I tried. Yama, though, hasn't dealt with any of that. The media attention was mostly after he was arrested. And now, he might have to. Poor guy.
Fuck. Gotta go.
Good morning, Masumi. My thoughts are rudely interrupted by a familiar voice. Even if I didn't recognize the voice, there's no one else who so steadfastly refused to call me by my actual name.
Fuck. It's Masato, and he looks good. I didn't expect to see him either. I didn't expect to see him or Yahiko. Fuck.
He slides into the vacant seat across from me before I even glance his way.
Just got off work, and who should I see sitting on her lonesome but our fearless leader?
Since he started his internship at WayForward last month, I've been seeing him more of Masato than I thought I ever would. It's nice to have someone actually around who knew me back in my high school days, even if it's him, and he seems to share the sentiment.
What happened to your date? Scared him off again?
I don't bother to correct him. Pretty much.
Well, I figure I'd drop in to get some standing back with your fuck. Well, I guess I'll drop in to get you some standing back with your pizza wrappers.
My what?
You know, you got pepperonis, your salamis, no bolognas. Got a mozzarella fella, but there's the feta fans telling ya.
Realizing the words he's after, I bring his rhymes to a merciful halt before I ended up with a stupid grin on my face. Paparazzi. You mean paparazzi?
Paparazzi, a pizza wrap, Italians, whatever. You gotta finish the rest of that.
Not waiting for a response, he downs the rest of my drink in one loud, noisy gulp.
That was terrible. Why would you order that? You gotta order something strong on a date. Show him you can handle yourself.
It wasn't a date. It was a business meeting.
Even worse, you're gonna let this business person walk over you while you sip some plant spit.
It's tough to feel any real anger towards Masato, but I do have better things to do with my time than getting negotiation tips from an intern if he wants strong. And would a fit get him tougher? Shine.
Fuck. Was that Masato? No, that wasn't.
Shine put me off the smacking wagon and leave me a dumber wits in a fell. Why here anyway? I didn't kill ya to deal.
Fuck.
I didn't kill ya to deal business or dates. If anything, this seems to encourage him further.
See? Now that's better. Verb me right out of my second seat.
Anyway, it was Yahiko, so I don't think he was evaluating my drink choice in the same way you do.
I thought you said it was a business meeting. What she's been up to?
That's exactly what I said. Apparently he's been earning the trust of the mayor's daughter.
The mayor has a daughter? Anyway, people at work were saying you had an interview tonight.
Which I have to prepare for, if you don't mind.
No, that's the whole problem. The worst thing you could do for an interview is prepare right before it.
Strange as it sounds, I heard similar arguments before, and this one bounds to be more entertaining.
Everything comes out still, canned, pre-recorded. You're already ready, so don't sweat it. You just gotta speak from the heart.
He holds a fist dramatically to his chest.
Show some emotion.
He raises the fist from his chest and flicks his arms,
Fuck, I can't read words.
Emphatically.
What the fuck? Did you see the hand right now? I whip my hand back and forth. Be cool, calm, confident, collected, charismatic, confabulatory.
I interrupted before he gets too proud of his vocabulary. So you're here to distract me.
I'm here to redirect you to more productive thought patterns.
So, what are we talking about, wise guy?
Exercise.
I should have known.
You've been slacking, haven't you?
Sorry, I don't think buff is a good look for me.
This is nothing about buffness. It's about fitness. It's about cultivating your body to be its best self.
Alright, then what's your expert advice?
Folding my
hands neatly in front of me, I sit back, relax, and listen to the lecture.
It's all about repetition. Day after day, week after week, year after year. You know what? That is true. But I fuck up sometimes when I'm working out because I like to go extra hard, like really bad. And I like to do the full body instead of being like, oh, focus on your arms or focus on your core, focus on cardio, your legs. I don't do that. I just go ham on everything. Cardio, my arms, my core, my legs. Then like, I do it really hard. Then the next day I'm like, I can't do anything for like 2 or 3 days because my body hurts like shit. But take his advice. If you're trying to work out, it's gotta be every day. You pick a time, like whenever you're free and not really doing anything, pick a time and just, crank it out. Don't go hard, but not on, like, you gotta just focus on what you want to work out on. You want to work out your arms or whatever. You want to work out your legs. You want to do cardio, or you want to just, focus on your core, like abs or whatever. It's all about focusing on certain parts of your body. And some of those, you don't really need equipment. You could do it at your house. Just go outside, or if you have a big room, then do it in your room. You know what I mean? It's like every day. Just pick a time. Like, even if you can't really, you're not fit, maybe you're a bit overweight. Just, 10 minutes, 20 minutes of like working out. Like actually trying, not like, I can't do it. I give up for like 10 minutes. No, like do it. Anyway, I am rambling and I'm sorry. And that's about building good habits. And that's about routine. Establish a routine, and soon enough, it'll be natural as eating. See? A good routine.
Masato's voice recedes to the background chatter as my thoughts drift away, not to the upcoming interview.
Fucking Yama.
But to Yama, it's as if some part of my mind has been jarred loose by the news and can't seem to put itself back together neatly. Do we, his old friends, owe it to him to help him through this? Can we bear to? With everything that's happened, could our friendship possibly be the same as it was? Could anything be the same? Could he still be Yama?
Is that it? Please tell me that's not it.
I wonder how he's doing right now.
That's probably it, isn't it? I feel it. Yeah, fuck. Fuck you. Awake already? Awake already. Patient 5, 32, 48, 95, 634, or whatever the fuck. Fuck, man. How was it? Were you a successful individual inside your dreams? Blink twice. No, I wasn't. I see. But how odd. You don't appear to be the least bit happy about it. Most people wish for success, but we all have different views on what success means. While for most it might be a good thing, people such as yourself might see the life of such an individual as trifling rather than invigorating. Am I right, patient? Blink once. You have given me some food for thought. Then, I shall take the black sample away, given that it didn't help your condition as expected. Now then, all 4 samples have proven to be ineffective in patient 5, 32, 48, 95, 634's treatment. So either our product is a failure, or his mind is too broken for the drug to affect him as it should. If a person's self-loathing is strong enough, then no matter what sort of positive emotion we might try to induce, their psyche will undoubtedly turn it into negative. This appears to be the case with patient 5, 32, 48, 95, 634. He can't see a world with himself in a worthwhile. He can't see a world with himself in it as worthwhile, as so he has closed off his senses and living a corpse under a care. This would also explain why he only dreams from the perspective of people from his past. How the fuck do you know that? Patient 5, 32, 48, 95, 634 can't see a future in which he had a positive influence on others. Thus, his dreams aren't about himself, but the people he cares about. His mind envisions plausible scenarios in which their lives have taken a turn for the worse, all because of him. I have to stop the auto-visual device, so from now on, this will be off the record. What is your dearest wish, patient 5, 32, 48, 95, 634? Do you wish to come back to this world? Don't blink. Do you wish to meet your friends again? Don't blink. Do you wish to right the wrongs committed against you? Don't blink. Or perhaps, do you wish to undo? Undo your mistakes. Undo your tragedy. Undo your very own life. If you had the option, if, let's say, there was a miracle drug that could allow it, would you undo those 2 fateful weeks and try to save them all? Blink, 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 blink. Yes, of course. Anyone will make that choice, were they in your shoes. But there are no miracles in this world, Yama Ishimoto. And to undo it all is impossible. You can't. Nobody can't. She is dead. That is the one thing you cannot undo, no matter what crimes you solve, or what tragedies you endure, or who you ask for help. When reality takes something away from you, it never brings it back. I repeat it, the girl you love is dead. She was shot, she bled to death, her entire family was massacred, and now her body rests under a pile of dirt. Imagine her, that pretty little girl, turned into a pile of ash. Does it frustrate you? Of course it does. But even if this was all a fiction, and there was indeed a way for you to relive those high school days again, there would be no way for you to save her life. Faced with such a hopeless reality, what else is there to do? Nothing but to sleep and have sweet dreams. What the fuck? One day, you will regain your senses and walk out of this room. You will reunite with your old friends, start a new life, and maybe even fall in love. But no matter what, as long as you live in reality, nothing awaits you but pain. You will realize that all of your efforts have been meaningless. And once you do, I'll be waiting for you here, with a drug that will let you dream of a happy life. That is all for today. Until next time, patient 532 48 95 634. Until next time, Yama Ishimoto.
Thank you for playing Lucid9.
Dude, I like that ending. You know, like the fucking Rui dying. I didn't like that one because you didn't really see what happened. But I like this one, like someone drugging you, then at the end explaining like, no matter what you choose, Yama, she will still die. The girl you love, who maybe you would have fallen in love with her, is dead. Dead as shit. And there's nothing you can do about it. Have sweet dreams. Oh fuck, I love this game. Okay, let me review it again, because we just saw that part. Because last time I gave it a 7 out of 10. And I'm happy to let you know, I am giving the game an 8 out of 10.
But yet, why? Why is it now 8? Shouldn't it be like, I really liked the game. I think it was a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10.
I'll tell you why it's an 8 out of 10. Because no matter how good that ending was, the first part of the fucking game, like what was it, 14 or 15 episodes, like, of my series, was shit. I hated it. Like, don't get me wrong, we saw a little bit of the killer, and we heard a little bit of his voice in like the first episode and some episodes in between. But it was kind of boring. Like it took too long to set everything up, like the other characters, to set up like what's happening and everything, and it was too boring. But after that, like, it got really good. Which, like, every day I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to, like, fucking start the next episode. Like, I was excited, like, fucking got off work, come here, and, like, started everything up. It was super exciting. But that's why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Because it was really good, and that last part, just that last part, the last scene with the doctor saying about why we're taking these drugs, and Yama, she's dead, you can do nothing about it. I'm like, oh my god, that was so good. Okay, so yeah. So that is it. That's the end of Lucid9. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say that this is the end of the, well, this is the end of the playthrough. Of my official playthrough. I'm still gonna go back to like do like the last conversation before Rui. Like go talk to Akira, Ari, Misaki. Because we only talked to Elizabeth. But let's talk to the other ones, see what they had to say. Then after that, we'll say sayonara to Lucid9. So, alrighty. I just want you to, in the comments, there's 2 games that I have in mind that I want to play, right? But I don't know if I should play them or which one to play. So, in the comments, just decide what games you want me to play. On the left side, fuck, I hit my mic, sorry. On the left side, we have Sunrider. It's a fun game that I used to play. It's about space and everything, and I'm like, oh, I loved it when I played it in high school, and I want to share it with you, right? But I don't know if people will like it, because like, Sunrider, like, I like the first game, but the second game, the ending, Or, on the right side, we have something called Sierra Ops. It's a new game that came out, like, not too long ago, like, I think a couple months ago. And, like, it's a new visual novel that I know nothing about. All I know is about space and everything. So, that would be fun to look at too, right? I don't know. Those are the 2 games that, like, I have in my thoughts right now, of, like, which one to choose. But, comment them below. Maybe you want this game on the left, or this game on the right, or maybe you have a game that you want me to see play that you think, I think it would be fun for him to play it, like either a different game. Oh, let's put 3rd game right here. I remember a comment that says, play the letter. which I think that one would be fun too. So you got 3 options, or if none of those excite you, you could be like,
yeah, I don't care about none of these games, but I think you should play this game, or play this JRPG, or play this game, or whatever game you think that I should play.
Alrighty. And with that, that's it for Lucid 9. The main playthrough anyway. So, yeah. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to see whenever I make a new video, and leave a comment. Alrighty, this is farewell, and as always, bye bye.